$359.5 billion. That's the current net worth of the richest man in the world as of today. And here's us. Or a simplified comparison of how far apart they are from us. You may be wondering, they're not so different from us. Most of us have the same 4 limbs as they do, and we both live in the both 24 hours a day. So the question is, how did they do it? Basically, the formula for building wealth is earnings minus expenses equals savings. Simple, right? Say you earn $50K a month and have $40K monthly expenses, you can save up $10K monthly. If you're left with that $10K, maybe you're thinking, you can't afford the house you wanted, right? But what if we interchange the formula? Earnings minus savings equals expenses. Now don't worry, this isn't some sort of magic. Technically, this is still mathematically correct. Let's properly represent our savings with our priorities, such as our investment plans, portfolio, and everything we ever wanted, maybe a car or that house. Now the value skyrockets. If we add all this up, it can maybe reach up to $1 million. And you still have your expenses to worry about. And this doesn't go away. Now how can we afford this ideal investments, this savings, this house? Let me repeat. Instead of saying we can't afford it. Now the question is, how can we afford it? That's the first problem with most of us. Our minds are stuck with the phrase, I can't afford it, rather than, how can I afford it? Maybe we can win the lottery? Unfortunately, we have higher odds to get hit by lightning twice before that happens. Fun fact, here are the numbers by Google. What's more shocking is that some who do win the lottery have it all go down the drain in a single year. So maybe the reason we aren't getting rich is because we're not ready to be rich. See, we all have 24 hours in a day. We work for 8 hours, sleep for another 8, maybe 2 hours for eating, and then we're left with roughly 6 hours of randomly existing. So ask yourself, what have you been doing with those 6 hours? Breathing? Taking a break? Well, here's a fact. Those successful people aren't playing around in those hours. They grind during those hours, they learn everything in their field. After that 9-to-5 job, they get ahead by working during the remaining 5 to 9. To better explain, let's classify income into 3 types. Earned, invested, and passive. Earned income is basically your 9-to-5 job or maybe the business you're running. You directly exchange your time or service for money. We can learn new skills to increase our value, but there are limits to this. We humans are bounded by time. Which leads us to invested income. This is where you create a product of value that can continuously sell. Or you can use the money you already have to scale for the future. These can be stocks, royalties, earning from patents, books you've written, YouTube videos, and digital products. Basically, you've only invested your time or money once, and now the money comes in indefinitely. Maybe if you're a teacher, you could upload a lesson. You're a handyman. Try creating a DIY video. Don't worry about the clients you may lose, you're just expanding your market, which you weren't able to reach from your hometown anyway. Of course, these isn't guaranteed for a lifetime. We may need to make a few tweaks here and there. Eventually, something better may take over our previous works, and possibly outdate us completely. So lastly, we have passive income. This is the sugar on top. These basically breaks the barriers of time. These can be dividend stocks, rental properties, high-yield savings accounts. By utilizing these, your money works while you are lying on your couch. Your money is working 24/7. But too much sugar can be bad. This type of income doesn't really break the bank for you, but at least it helps you get ahead. By utilizing our available resources, we can find balance between these income streams to build our foundation of wealth. Now that we have a better understanding of how to earn, the next part should be savings, saving for your goals. We need to change our mindset. We have to fuel our savings first, pay ourselves first, and focus on our goals rather than fixating on the amount we can earn and save every day or every month. But we should identify what those goals should be, essentially, our investments or assets. We need to differentiate between assets and liabilities, as many people confuse the two. But you already know this, don't you? Assets are the things that put money in our pockets, while liabilities take money out of our pockets. So, prioritize buying things like rental properties, stocks, and possibly some gold, silver, and digital currency like Bitcoin to set yourself up for success. But before acquiring all those, remember to pay yourself first. Or prepare yourself. It wouldn't hurt to get insurance, because all the fortune we've built can crumble down with just one small accident. Now that you have insurance, you can play a bit more recklessly. You can let go of most of the cash you're holding on to. Try practicing going cashless, or ideally, you can use credit. Now I know you've heard a lot of bad things about credit cards, but they're only bad if you're bad at using them. Look at millionaires or billionaires. They often say they don't get salaries by the companies they practically own. Instead, they opt for stock options in their companies. They loan against their shares because they are credible. Similarly, banks offer us a credit system, providing credit cards and loans. We just don't understand how to use them effectively. Let's put this into perspective. If you spend $40,000 monthly on your bills, like utilities, food, and other expenses, you've already lost $40,000 this month. Now, if you had a credit card, you could use that credit card and defer the $40,000 loss to next month. This gives you the opportunity to make that $40,000 work for you. It can earn more money before next month comes. Plus, credit card companies often give you rewards for using their cards, which can be cash back or freebies. So if you're going to lose the money anyway, why not get a little more out of it? Now that I've laid out the formula for your success, ask yourself, what can I do with that 5 to 9